Afternoon, Jules here from Joolsedesigns at JT Creations. So what I've got is I've got a pile of book pages and we're going to mass make some pockets. Now in the Back to Basics we did do some book page pockets, but they're all the same size. That's a pocket covered in book pages. So yeah, and that one we did up that way. So this is something you can do with all your book pages that you've got from when you've gotten books and things. And these are encyclopedia pages that have been two glued together, cut in half. These are just normal pages, and this is a different encyclopedia. You can see different shades, font smaller. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on one of these first, and we'll go to one of my normal pages in a journal, and we're going to do a deep pocket. So I think we'll have it that way because I like all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that over because I want to make a gusset. And if you want, you can do this with a ruler and a ball tool, but I don't. And I'm not going to have it covering the page because I want it probably about there. And if you line your top and your bottom up before you put your crease in, you'll get a straight crease. So I'll turn that over that way, and then I'll cut that. I'll leave it about ½ an inch, between ¼ inch and ½ inch. And there we've got our pocket, but I like to turn this part over and burnish it down, and I want a gusset at the bottom as well, so I'm just turning that over roughly between ½ an inch, ¼ inch and ½ an inch. So now what I've got is I've got some corners, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut those corners out. That wasn't very good, so miter both sides. And it doesn't matter if your two flaps at the edge aren't the same size, it's fine. If you want to, you can cut them to match. And that's upside down, so that will go on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm just going to use a glue stick just to stick the top pocket flap down. Then that's our pocket there, and what I want is I want a thumb notch in it. Now you can use a circle punch, you can use whatever you want. I'm going to just use a small circle because I want quite a deep, and I'm just guessing the middle, so that's quite a deep thumb notch. And then we'll ink around the edges. And these you can mass make loads and loads of these and then decorate them up as you use them. And we're going to do all different sort of like sizes, but this is basically how easy it is. And then all you do is you just glue that into your page. So you glue down there, and glue down there. You can bring your ink in further if you want to give it more of a vintagey feel. And this is kind of a dark brown. You can use Vintage Photo, gives it more of an orangey, yellowy colour. So there's one. Put that on there. Then I think what we'll do is we'll go for one of these. And again, I'm just going to use, this is quite a thick paper, so we're going to have a tall, skinny pocket. Again, turn the top flap over. I'm going to trim that off because I'm not going to have any gusset on this one. And that'll just go down there. Or we could have a really skinny one with this one, more for a bookmark type tag. And turn that one over, and I'm just doing this is probably a 1/4 of an inch, like a finger width. I'll just burnish that down with my nail. And we'll not more we bother with. And that would look nice there or there. I've got, it's a little bit off. That's it. That's it. So again, we'll cut the corners off, slightly mitring them. We'll stick this one down, and we'll see how many we can get done. And again, we'll just use a and if you don't have a circle punch, you can just draw a circle on it like that. Just draw around and cut it out. I'll have kind of a shallower one there, and that's slightly off. That doesn't matter. Edges in, so there you are. You can see there's one of these. Get rid of these. Again, we'll look, see what we've got. So we'll fold that one right in. And I'm just matching that the bottom when I fold it over, and then you get a straight. And we'll have this one the page width, I think. Again, match your bottom up, not your cut, unless you've cut it exactly straight. And then we'll cut this off. And I'll cut a little bit off this as well. And then we'll fold, fold this one up. And what I'm doing is I'm using the line of the font to try and get my pocket straight at the bottom, and then we'll fold this one in a little bit. This, I mean, you don't have to when your pages are doubled or anything, but I've just got into the habit, so I do it with all of them. And I've not cut the corners off that one, but it doesn't matter. Put that one in like that, that one in like that, and that one in like that. And there you have it. You have a pocket. That's the width, so we've got that pocket, we've got that pocket, and we've got that pocket. So they're all different shapes and sizes. If you want to do a mass make all on the same shapes, you can. And what I'll do is I'll do a bigger circle. I think I'll do quite a deep one. There we are. And again, well, I think in my botanical journal I used greens. And there we are, we have that one. And we'll just go for a small pocket this time, just fold that over. And I think we'll have that probably there. And I'm just using the and I think we'll just leave the raggy edge on that one. Again, I'm just guessing the middle, and I'm just putting a tiny I think we'll go for a really tall thin one. So again, look at this. Try a different page. There's the belly band. No, I don't want that one. I don't know what I'm doing this for, because they're not all going to go in here. I think that one. So yeah, that's about right. And we'll cut. And then we'll fold that one in. And I'm not even measuring, I'm just doing what to me looks right in my journal. If you want to measure, you know, if you want them specific widths to fit tags, but I tend to cut tags down and or make tags or journal cards. in. And I'll fold the bottom up just a little tiny bit. And again, we'll take the corners out. I'll remember to take them out of the top this time. And all this does is it just eases up on the bulk. Otherwise you've got like bulky corners. And you're going to bulk your journal out with embellishments and things like that. So you don't want to really bulk it out with corners. So what I'm doing is, this I would normally make envelopes with, but I like the punch, as you can see. And there we are, we have that one. So I'll give them measurements. So that one's just 3 2/8. That one's 4 1/8. That one's 3 2/8. That one's 6 7/8. And that one's 4 6/8. So they're all different. Corner pocket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to fold that one over like that first. I want it coming down here. So we'll have just a slope on this one. And what we'll do is we'll cut that. I'm just roughly cutting it. And then just fold it back that way. Then I think we'll have that. Look at your page. And I always use, even if it's, you know, a journal that you're using. So we'll have that one folded in, I think. Like that. And that one and you don't have to use book page for this. You can use pretty papers, coffee dyed paper, whatever you want. Then what I'm doing is I'm trimming that one down, taking that one down there, and I'm going to stick this. I'm going to cut this corner out first. And then we'll stick this flap down. A little bit when I've been pulling books apart, there's bits of varnish on there. I'll take that one down a bit. And there's your two flaps. If you wanted to, you could put a bottom one on. I'm not that bothered. So there we are. And I'll show you what it looks like. You can either have it that way or that way. You could even have it that way if you wanted, and have it just those two it's up to you. I'll do another one. And what I am going to do is I'm going to do practically a corner pocket. The reason I'm not going to the edge because that's going to flip over. And again, so you'd get 2 out of this one probably, because you could do that. And we'll stick this down. And we'll fold that one in. That. I will just cut that down like that, then you can't see it. Cut that bit off. And that's one to go on that side. And some things I like to do is I like to collage book page. So that's that one. We'll do this one. Again, just turn it in. That one's got a straight edge up there, which is fine. Or if you wanted to, you could turn it in, but I'm not going to bother. And there we are. I want a pocket with a flap. Probably have it that in that way, and fold that in that way, and I think that looks about right. Yep. So again, take a little bit off this. I'm going to fold this down, just fold it down and no more. And then we'll take this corner off it. And then over there, these bits of book page come in handy for all sorts. So, and this is just some book pages that I've had sat on my desk that I've sort of like been using, and the pile was getting a little bit bigger and I thought I need to use it up. So there's our large one. I'm going to fold that over like that. I don't need that because I don't need a and if you wanted, you could measure it, but I'm not. I'm just going with that and folding it up that way. I am going to cut a little piece up like that. Because what I am going to do is I'm going to fold these down. Now I want that as a flap, but I just want it as a short flap. So we'll fold that over there. So I am going to cut this straight up, straight down that fold, and just slightly miter it. And you'll see. So I wouldn't normally have these flaps on, but I am. You don't have to, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick them down, and all it is just to give my flap a little bit of weight. And then you don't need as much as that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to cut this and slightly miter it now. It's over here. And then I think we're going to round the corners off. And I think we'll go with Vintage Photo. Just the dye inks. And I'll just pop that there. So how many pockets have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3 corner pockets. We've got a pocket with a flap, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not bad. Right, and on, so I'm just going to turn this down. This is the top flap. And I'm actually going to stick this down. And you can see it's a bit wonky at the top, that's fine. And then what I want to do is I want to do a double pocket. So I'm folding that up like that. And I'm going to fold this in slightly as well. And I do my side pockets on my pages like this, but this is one that's going on the bottom. To get the, I want a thumb notch in both of them, so to get the thumb notch in both of them, what I'm doing is I'm putting 2 edges together. I'm guessing the middle. And then we put that back, and if I wanted to I could even lift that up a little bit further, and I think I will. So this will be a little pocket. So then what I do is I just use my glitter glue and just press it down and press the glue out that way, so your glue spillage comes out rather than going in. And I should have inked that first, but I didn't. Right up to the edge. because this is quite a wide thumb notch, I don't need to bend it. And I just want the tip of this done, a little boob page there. Well, boob page pocket. That, see, that would even go on there. So you can put that pocket on a pocket. You could put that pocket on that pocket. It's entirely up to you. This tall pocket, you could put that pocket on there. So you can, you know, you can have them all together, but that's 10 pockets. Some of the pretty papers. I'm just turning that over again, creasing that down with my nail. And I'm just going to do a smaller fold. I'm just making sure my two edges are matching so that I get a straight line. Should we do another one? Because I'm thinking of putting that one there and either that one there like that, and maybe a bit of lace. Yep, because these aren't necessarily going to go in my tartan hat. And I think I'll have that there. So where's my... throwing my fabric glue away, so I'm going to have my lace here for this one. And sometimes I muddy this up with ink, but I'm not, I'm leaving it white. And I think I might have that a little bit over that, so we'll have a little bit of fabric glue on the bottom. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just put fabric glue. This is a thicker, gloopier glue. And no, it was this side I wanted it. So we're going to put that slightly over, pull it down, just touching the top of the lace and no more. That down, just move it into place. And I'm going to leave a little bit of boob page again. And that's that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this one down first. I'm just lifting it up slightly. And then we'll have some I'm going to go slightly over the digital this time where it was slightly under. And then just place it in, straighten it out. And then what I'll do is I'll trim this down. I'm using these little Tim Holtz scissors because they've not been blunted quite yet with the paper. These ones I've had for about 20 years and they're well and truly blunted with cutting paper. And do I want a little bit of, this is a little bit of net, it's actually silk, from when I used to do my silk paintings. And silk prints. Ah, that's better. I'm just trying to fray it out a little bit. And I've got some little quotes here. Coffee and friends warm the hearts. Sending you a bucket full of kisses. No, I quite like that one. Coffee and friends warm your hearts, straight from the heart. And when you know better, do better. So I'm going to stick this on here, but I'm going to put it on just putting a, well, I'm saying a thin line. It's like a big cloddy, thick line. Stick that over there. The glue dries clear, so it's fine. And so I think that's what we'll do. But what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to emboss it a little bit, just because it's been. And I might just put one on, I don't know. We've got that. My husband made me a cup of tea and it'll be getting a bit cold now. Yep, it's gone cold. And then you just emboss in the middle. And I'll put that here now. what I want to do is I want to have a look and see what that looks like there, or with two embossed ones. I'll put the darker one on the top. Yep, so that's how it's going to go. And I'm going to put it on there like that, and when you glue it down it spreads it out a little bit as well. Takes the, if you've been overzealous with your embossing, and then we can put a nice little gem. I think I've got a dried flower there, but no, I don't like the colour of that. What about these? So if I just and there it is. One of them up. And just do some of these in the middle, and that's 4, so we'll put another one in, I think. Make it an odd number. And there we are. And I think what we'll do is we will stick this one in our ideas journal, and this is part of the Back to Basics. So this is just, this is a proper junk journal, and it's just using magazine pages, book pages and things like that. Alright, so I think we might put that one there. No, I quite fancy it on a lighter page, but it is a little bit big, so we'll go for here, I think. So I'm just gluing the two flaps. And then we'll pop that in there like that. And there we are. Well, does that not look pretty? And that were the ones that we did with the Back to Basics, and this is the ones that we did. So again, so that's 10 pockets we've got. So I hope you get something out of this. Hope you have a go. You don't have to have vintage book pages to make them look vintage. These are encyclopedia pages, and they're from the 70s. So yeah, I think that, to me, vintage is old. 1970s isn't old. I was a teenager in the 1970s, and I don't feel old. I am, but I don't feel it. So anyway, enough waffle. I hope you get something out of this, and I hope you'll have a go. And if you, I've started a group on Facebook and it's called Junk Journals at JT Creations. I would love for you to join and show me all your different book pages and how you've decorated them. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.